Lesson we are discussing is algebraic simplifications and transformations. Some systems allow to manipulate the mathematical expressions. Such systems are known as mathematical symbol manipulating systems. Here we are going to discuss design techniques or different techniques used in these mathematical transformation systems. Now let us discuss what is a mathematical transformation. Now let us define what is meant by algebraic transformation. Let us have an input I which is a member of set S1 and a function f of I which describes what must be computed. The output of f of I is automatically a member of set S1. Even there exists a method for computing f of I using operations on elements in S. This method may be inefficient. The algebraic transformation technique suggests that we alter the input into another form, producing a member of S2, contains exactly the same elements as S1, except it assumes a different representation for them. Once the answer in S2 is computed, an inverse transformation is performed to yield the result in S1. So we have seen the algebraic transformation. So this transformation mainly used to convert conventional methods to new methods. The result won't change, but by the help of these new methods, we can reduce the time complexity. As we have seen previously, if there is an input I in a set S or S1, we will use some mathematical function f to produce some output. If we use same conventional method, the time complexity may be more. For that purpose, we invent some new method and we will find out outputs which belongs to another set S2. The elements in the S2 and elements in the S1 are somehow related. The elements in S2 we are represented in another form. They are nothing but elements of S1 only, but they are represented in another form. To get back to the original form, we again will use the reverse transformation and we'll get the answer. All of you know we have one simple example. In computers, the mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication of integers is performed in binary. We want to add two numbers. They are integers, let us say 2 plus 4. These are decimal numbers. They are converted into binary. Inside, they are added, and again they are converted back to the decimal. So this is a new method which reduces the time complexity. So let us go for one or two examples to understand clearly this algebraic transformation in the next slide. Now let us consider the first example. In this first example, we have set S1, set of integers in decimal form, and another set S2, a set of integers in binary form. If two integers of set S1 are to be added, we convert them into binary elements of set S2, perform the operations, and transform the result back into decimal form, as we have explained earlier. The algorithm to convert the elements of S1 to S2 and back is very simple, and all of us know. To convert the elements from S1 to S2, that is from decimal to binary, a repeated division by 2 is performed, and to convert back to S2, from S2 to S1, repeated multiplication by 2 is performed. So, the time complexity will be reduced here when we convert into binary. Similarly, let us go for another example. The second example, polynomial multiplication. Let S1 is the set of n degree polynomials and S2 the same set of polynomials represented by their values at 2n plus 1 points. So S2 has the n degree polynomials which are represented at 2n plus 1 points. Now, if two polynomials a of x and b of x of set S1 are to be multiplied, time taken will be O of n square. Hence, we convert them into elements of S2, that is polynomials at 2n plus 1 points. Therefore, ax and bx are evaluated at 2n plus 1 points and corresponding points are multiplied. Therefore, this requires only multiplication of corresponding points and the time complexity is O of n. So, from these two examples, we can learn that the conventional methods will take more time, whereas the transformation methods will take less time. And we have a graphical representation of this transformation, how it is carried. Let us see that graphical representation in the next slide. Now in this slide, let us see a graphical representation how transformation is carried.